I'm going to show you how you can easily lay out your pictures so that you get to enjoy them and they're not stuck in cupboards or left on your camera. Get some photographs, get 2 sheets of cardstock, 12 by 12 cardstock. You can use different colours if you wanted to. I quite like to think of things in terms of a double page spread, so I like to have 2 pages side by side. So get your pictures and simply lay them out on your page, and you can shuffle them around, get a feel for what works. What I like to incorporate is a journaling box, and I'll show you how you can cut these so that they fit the page. They are about the size of a photograph, and you can either obviously put them horizontally or vertically. Now, what you can do, if either your journaling box doesn't fit, or you've got a picture that's maybe a little bit too big, or you've got some unnecessary part of the photograph, it's very easy to crop it. You get your trimmer. I'm actually going to straighten this a little. And I tend to just use my eye for the first bit, and once you've got one straight edge, you then line that up on one of these grids to make sure that when you're cutting on the other side, you're going to get a parallel cut. And I'm going to get rid of some of that grey sky. Always hold down the guide just so that your photograph doesn't move. And then I'm going to make this edge parallel. You've now got a picture that fits the page better. Journaling boxes to me are vital because it gives you the space to actually write, even at barest minimum, where it was you went, what was the day, the date that you went on, and what was the reason for going. And so often it's those small details that we can quite easily forget. You can obviously write a lot more, but at least to get the bare essentials down means that you have got memories that will stay with the pictures. Okay, so next there are 2 things that you can do. You can fix your pictures to the page, and you can also round the corners, and there's a great little tool called a corner rounder, and these literally just take off the corners and just soften the edges. So as you can see, it's really quick and easy. It's very effective and simple. So there we go. Now, to put them onto the page, you simply use a tape runner which is specifically made for photographs, and put a small amount on the back of the picture. and put it down into place. And there we have it. We've got our pictures all down, and that was really quick, and that's what I like. Easily. Your journaling, your notes, I would do those first and then stick it down on the page, just so that then you know you've got it right. I wouldn't get too hung up over handwriting. It's really lovely to actually have examples of handwriting. Many of us don't have examples of family members or friends. We've got no idea what the handwriting looks like, so it's a really nice personal touch. So once you've got your page done, you then just simply put it into the page protector. Page protectors are about to come out that will have the side opening, but the principle is exactly the same. If you've got multiple pages for the one outing or the one event or the one segment of your album, then obviously you can just put more pictures on the other side. Or you can use this as like an opening page, so it might be like a chapter. Might be gardens that you visit, so other people's gardens, nothing to do with yours, but then that gives you somewhere as a keepsake and a memento and a reminder of all the places that you've been, things that have inspired you. It might just be one photograph, it really doesn't matter. I want to show you what you can do with these 12 by 12 memory protectors that have got pockets in them. I find them really useful for keeping plant labels, so that way you can remember what you've put in your garden. You can then write on the other side when you planted, how successful it was, where you bought it from. That will give you a really good record and indicator of what happens in your garden. You can also use these to put photographs in. So you simply slip to the pocket. And there you have it. So you can intersperse it with photographs, journaling boxes, plant labels. The ideas are endless. To create 6 journaling boxes, take one 12 by 12 sheet of cardstock and cut it in half. Take one half and put the top left-hand corner at the 8-inch mark and trim. Then line up against the 4-inch mark and trim again. Do this with the other half and you have 6 pieces ready to use for journaling. Or you can trim your photographs and use them as backing mats to put your photographs on. There are many different types of stamps available, and more recently ones that have been brought out are of Australian wildflowers. They're absolutely beautiful. We've got the wattle, waratah and eucalypts, and you simply peel them off the backing sheet and then put them on an acrylic block. Now these come in different sizes depending on what shape and size stamp you're using. And it's best to do it standing up just because you get a better evenness of pressure. If you do it sitting down, often you'll find that the ink isn't covered evenly. And even standing up that happens as well. So these are new, so sometimes it takes a while just to get them inked. So once you feel that you've got an idea of how much pressure and how much ink to use, you've had your practice run, you can then put it on your journaling box. There you have it. You can also add colour to your stamping by using these acid-free pens that come in a range of colours, and they're designed specifically for photograph albums. And the best thing is you don't need to be creative, it's literally like paint by numbers. Another technique you can apply using the inks is called distressing. Using a sponge dauber, you apply a little ink around the edges of the cardstock. As you can see, you can also use the corner rounder on your journaling boxes. My recommendation is to do at least half a dozen journaling boxes at once, so you've got a ready supply to add to your pages and a continuous theme. It also saves you time if you do things in batches. So there's a couple of ways that you can now use your journaling box. You can either put it into your pocket page and do journaling in here, or alternatively you can use it on a page where you've got photographs. So it's a nice, simple, effective way of just jazzing up a page a little without, you don't want to distract from your photographs, and that's where too much embellishment means that you're always looking at the decoration and you don't actually take in the photographs and the stories. So what I love about this is that you can just keep it really simple. So using a system like Studio J, what it can give you is consistency. So if there's a particular style that you like, you don't have to keep recreating it, it's already there. So you can just import different pictures and then throughout your album you've got the same look and feel. You can also keep the same look and feel but maybe change the colour, so you can keep the same style. So it's like a lot of these things, once you use them once, you get into the practice of it and it becomes easy and just part of how you manage your pictures. What's really useful about the Close to My Heart memory albums is that you can put a mixture of different types of pages in. So you can do the 12 by 12 sheets where you've put your own pictures on, put your journaling boxes on. You can also insert your pages that have got the clear pockets, so you can put all your plant labels, entry tickets into shows or gardens, memorabilia. But you can also, if you've got digital images, sometimes we've got digital images that aren't necessarily good enough to reproduce as photographs, or they're just fairly small, and you can use what's called Studio J. This is an online system where you produce 12 by 12 pages, and these go straight into your album. So you can use exactly the same colour scheme that you're using for your other pages, or you can choose something completely different. It's very simple. You download your format that you want to use, upload your images, drop them into place, and you get the opportunity to do your journaling as well. And you can change things around on the page. So you don't have to be creative, which is what I like about it, is that it's already there. And you can be as fancy or as simple and plain as you want, so it caters for all tastes. So this is just one example of how you can group lots of small pictures together and larger pictures, and also include some journaling as well. This was my first attempt, so I actually would have put the journaling smaller, but that's okay, I know for next time.